What's up, squad? Back with another video. I seen that I was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, please. Y'all see it right here. This New York Post. New York Post has right here. There's more updates within this case. I told you I'll be updating as much as I can. Carmelo Anthony asked to leave 15 times before he did what he did. Witness says, if y'all don't know about this case, Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf, I suggest y'all go check it out. There's plenty of videos, or just type in Recklezz, Carmelo Anthony, or Recklezz, Austin Metcalf, and y'all will see really more so of what happened. This is an update, so if y'all do not know what happened, I suggest y'all just go watch the other videos of mine or something and then come back if y'all need to. Got it right here, though. Since Carmelo Anthony defense is completely falling apart in the trial of Austin Metcalf, witnesses are coming up and confirming Anthony was asked 15 times to lead the tent. Says a witness said that Anthony provoked Metcalf after Anthony was pushed and he pulled out a knife and committed the crime and ran away. That is not self-defense. Check it out, Fox News.
I don't know if you can really call it a fight. It was a stabbing, and the question of what was provoked and what happened before that is really the subject of this trial. Texas teen Karmelo Anthony on the left is accused of stabbing Austin Metcalf last year when they were both 17. By all reports, they didn't even know each other when they went to this meet. He is charged with first-degree murder, and state law lets prosecutors try 17-year-olds as adults. No criminal history here. He had a 3.7 academic average in high school. His lawyers say that the stabbing was self-defense. That obviously is being argued against on the prosecution side. Austin's twin brother, Hunter, was there as well. He said it happened after Anthony showed up in their track team's tent and got aggressive, and Austin told him to leave the tent. Hunter and his mom talked to Will Kane here on Fox last year, the day after their brother and son was murdered.
And then all of a sudden I see him run down the bleachers, grabbing his chest, and just blood rushing out. You know, he said, "Yo, you got stabbed, you got stabbed." First I froze for half a second. I didn't know what to do. And then I saw him about to fall. I went to go over there. I grabbed him. I see. Stop.
I don't know how. I mean, it's just so heartbreaking.
It's sad. I'm telling y'all, it's definitely sad, definitely sickening that even having to, talk about this and go over this case because somebody made a decision, a horrible decision, and now they have to face the consequences. Says right here, 4 out of 6 black. Meaning that, says 4 out of 6 teenagers who have testified so far are black. They all testified that Carmelo Anthony pulled out the knife before or at the same time Metcalf had even pushed Anthony. Teens described the actions as being, you got Metcalf motions as if text. I want to make sure I'm reading this the right part here that I read over earlier. Okay, it was all in the same motion. Okay, right here. All 4 of the black teens also testified that Anthony was asked to leave the team tent multiple times by several different people and that Anthony provoked Metcalf. So everybody that is saying that Austin Metcalf seemed like he was all big and bad and he said that he told him to leave and he was the only one. Again, let me read this again for people. And this is the part. I totally spaced it. Anthony was asked to leave the team tent multiple times by several different people. Several different people. One of the black teens said he was sitting directly next to Anthony, and when Metcalf pushed Anthony, it wasn't even hard enough that Anthony touched him, and that Anthony acted so quickly that he didn't even realize what happened. So it wasn't even really a push. It was more of a shove, like, hey, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man. You know what I mean? More so, I'm putting your hands, just kids and kids. But for him to do that, it wasn't life-threatening. Wasn't life-threatening. They have no, it's nothing that they can really do. I feel like they're failing. Truly failing when it comes down to it. And they're trying everything they possibly can. That's why I'm going to show y'all some more stuff. Says one teen testified that Metcalf told Anthony, "I'm not going to fight you at the track meet, dude. I'm not going to fight you. Not finding you at no track meet. Defense wants to know if Metcalf grabbed a hold of Anthony. Another team say he didn't get a chance to grab a hold of him. He was already stabbed. One team said that he was watching the interaction between Metcalf and Anthony, saying Karmelo had his hand on his backpack, and that was sitting on his lap, not on his back or the bleachers or the ground, and it appears as though he was grabbing something. Says the vein in his arm was very visible. The teams testified that Metcalf did not get upset. Until Anthony refused to leave multiple times, and that's when things got more serious. Again, Anthony refused to leave multiple times. Says teams saying several people confronted Karmelo and Anthony, told him to leave the tent. Also, another boy who was among the Memorial High School kids who told Anthony to leave. Now, it was a reason why Austin Metcalf told Karmelo Anthony to leave as well. And the reason on why that was is because I'm pretty sure, if I'm saying this right, which I'm sure this video or the next video or something I'm going to read y'all because I remember seeing it, is that Austin Metcalf's coach told him basically to be, in a sense, that team leader, to be in charge. You know, you have team captains. And obviously seeing that several people told Karmelo to leave, as you being a team captain, you go, hey, everybody, I'm team captain. You know, usually our team captains, you speak for everybody, baby. You speak for your team. You there for your team. That's what you do when you have team captains, believe it or not. And you step up. And that's what happened. Pretty well.
Calling it unjustified murder. So Karmelo Anthony is charged with murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf after admitting to stabbing him in the chest at a high school track meet last year. Police say the fight started because Anthony was under another team's tent and Metcalf told him to leave. Anthony's defense attorneys say he stabbed Metcalf, who was unarmed, out of fear as the group was, quote, turning on him. But prosecutors yesterday in court showed jurors surveillance footage they say tells a different story. The footage, it's grainy and shot from a distance, but reporters inside the courtroom tell us it shows a brief confrontation between Anthony and Metcalf, not a larger group, before Anthony runs from the scene. And that fight, it only lasted about 4 minutes or so. Jurors heard emotional testimony from Metcalf's track coach. He said that Metcalf was helping lead setup efforts that day, which basically means he was in charge of setting up the tent and equipment. The coach testified and said athletes don't just go under other teams' tents. This is something that's understood between the athletes. This case, it's drawn national attention with race becoming a major issue. The final jury does not include any black jurors. Prosecutors say this case has nothing to do with race and it should be decided on the facts. This trial is expected to last up to 2 weeks, Bill, and if he is convicted, Anthony faces up to life in prison.
And to watch and we shall. Brooke Taylor,
Telling y'all. So y'all got it right there, which is, again, y'all see. I mean, it's definitely crazy. Said the coach testified and said athletes don't just go under another team's tent. And me personally, being in track and field and stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie, we didn't have tents, but having a group and like even not having tents and having like your team's items and book bags and stuff like that, they were always together. It wasn't scattered everywhere. They was always together because y'all know that y'all can go back and everybody's stuff would be right there. And other people and other teams would never be by anybody's stuff. So for him to do that, I'm telling y'all, they have no argument at all. You got it right here, and this is what I was talking about. The next video says Austin coach asked him to be the team leader. Part of that is helping enforce rules. Austin had every right to ask Karmelo to leave the team's tent. Check it out right here.
All right, y'all, we are live in front of the Collin County Courthouse, day 3 of the Karmelo Anthony trial. Right now, we are on a 45-minute recess. I got in the courtroom. I am in the courtroom on the second row. I can see the family. I can see the defense. I can see the government. I can see everything. I am going to go live a little bit later tonight, so make sure you tune in into my YouTube. But right now, let me give you some facts of the case, okay? Fact number 1, this is a first-degree murder case. Fact number 2, Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf had no previous relationship. So I know there's rumors on social media that maybe the twins were bullying Karmelo. According to the opening statements on the behalf of the government, they had no previous encounters. They didn't know each other. Fact number 3, Centennial High School, the day of the fatal event, they did not have a tent. Centennial High School did not have a tent. Memorial had a tent, but not Centennial High School. Fact number 4, Karmelo Anthony, according to the defense, knew someone under the tent and went under the tent to talk to his friend. Fact number 5, Austin Metcalf. Many of you are saying, why would Austin approach Karmelo? That morning of the track meet, Austin Metcalf received a text from his coach asking him to step up and be a leader for the team and to help at the track event. So now we've got that fact out of the way. So yes, Austin received a text from his coach to step up as a leader on the team. Fact number 5, Hunter and Austin Metcalf approached Karmelo Anthony and stood over him, according to the defense. Fact number 5, there was 100-pound difference between Karmelo Anthony. Fact number 6, there was 100-pound difference between Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. Karmelo weighed 130 pounds. It is believed, according to the defense, and he gave out the Austin weighed 225, 230. Okay, so there was 100-pound difference. Those are the facts of the case. I will see you a little bit later.
But I feel like that ain't got nothing. I feel like it. I don't think it got nothing to do with nothing. Me personally, I don't know about y'all, but like, said the track coach testified yesterday that Austin weighed 195 pounds. They discussed how he wanted to put on weight before football season, so he explained his 100-pound size difference isn't accurate. My thing is, regardless of size or anything, that still didn't give him the right to do what he did. I don't care about none of that. Like, I feel like that right there, like, doesn't give a person the right to act on and do what he did just based off of, you know what I mean? Like that, but that's just me personally. Like I don't feel like that's right to do. I truly don't feel like that's right to do. Especially with having everybody else asking him to leave and him being a team leader, him being a team captain, and like, hey, like, you need to get your stuff. And I can tell y'all right now, just being a team, having that, not obviously now, but I'm saying being a team, like being in high school and seeing, like, I been in some encounters. You're going to have tough words said. You're going to have things that said. You're going to have, so them doing that, being real, like, and that's why I say I don't feel like this is something that is right, because regardless, having asked to leave and him trying to stand his ground, trying to be tough, this, that, and the other, now they're trying to make him to be, you know, the victim, is real wild to me. I truly feel like it's wild to me. Saying more so about Austin way more than him, and Karmelo. I'm gonna show y'all some more stuff that they actually did to try. They're trying their best to paint him out to look like the victim. I'm telling y'all, it's wild to me. You got Savannah Hernandez says, I asked the Karmelo Anthony supporter if the black community would accept the evidence if it shows that Karmelo was not acting in self-defense. Check out what this lady says, y'all.
This does come out that Karmelo was not in fact fighting for his life when he stabbed and killed Austin Metcalf. Do you think that the black community will accept that?
If evidence shows that he did not, no, we're going to stand by ours regardless. They stand by theirs. We're going to stand by ours regardless.
It's not about that, though. Like, that's what everybody is missing. Like, it's not about that. Like, stand by there. Like, y'all got to realize, like, and what burns me up about this whole thing, when I say so many black folks out there, you got so many black folks that's out there, and you literally got a whole bunch of these different cities that you having black on black crime is happening, and they don't show none of this of what they showing right now. None of this is what they showing right now. And I feel like that becomes a problem. That truly becomes a problem, and that's what be getting on my nerves sometimes. It's not about that. It's about wrong or right. I feel like all them individuals that's out there, all them black folks that's rooting and supporting Karmelo Anthony, y'all need to be out there and saying and not even out there, but like really truly showing, bring y'all teenage boys out there, Really, no matter what color you are, bring y'all team. This is an example. This is what you shouldn't do. Y'all shouldn't be doing this. And I keep on telling people. I tell my nephews all the time. I tell my little cousins, like, it's cool to sometimes just walk away. Now, depending on the circumstance, but it's cool to walk away. And in that case, that not being his tent, me personally, him not even supposed to be in that track meet from what I've learned, speaking on Karmelo Anthony, just leave. I don't understand that. And again, why have a knife at a track meet?
I'm a black mother. Let me put that on there. I'm an African American mother, so I have to put away my color first and step into the motherhood.
I have to put away the color first and step away the motherhood when she just said they take care of theirs, so we gonna take care of ours. Bro, on top of that, are y'all not seeing what she got in her hand? She got alcohol in her hand, bro, with a slushie. I'm not taking her serious no more, bro. I tried a little bit. She has alcohol in her hand and a damn slushie, bro. Can't nobody know. I'm not going with
Nobody
that.
wants to see their child slain. I do want to send prayers to Austin Metcalf, their family. But at the end of the day, I got to think like, okay, what did you do to them or whatever to cause this to happen, the reaction? We got to start taking accountability for our kids. Because then again, if my kid, that's why it's a catch-22, if my kid was Karmelo and I feel like his back was up against the wall, well, I'm going to tell you straight up, better mine than yours. Better mine than yours. So either way it go, everybody loses. A black boy allegedly murdered, and I say allegedly, heavy on the allegedly murdered somebody. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, this is about race. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't give a damn.
Who wouldn't give a damn?
Let me say this. Let's say the community.
So like if Karmelo Anthony was the one stabbed and killed by Austin Metcalf,
they wouldn't give a damn.
I come out here every Thursday and we pray for people going to court because we know this is the final frontier of racism and it's legalized here.
It was announced yesterday that there's no black jurors that were chosen. What are your thoughts on that?
That's why we need God. That's why we need God, and that's why he's going to show who's in control.
And would you be open to giving us your personal insights into the Karmelo Anthony trial and what your thoughts are on it?
I just want justice done. You know, we know nobody go to a track meet to murder anybody, okay? Come on. That's an accident, self-defense, that's what it was. I'm not saying the kid should get off free, but first-degree murder? Come on. Basically, he's facing the wrong charge for the crime that was committed.
Do you think
he's facing the wrong charge for the crime that's committed? Who made him a judge? Is he a judge? Is he not seeing what's going on? Like, are they not seeing? Like, what am I, like?
Was committed.
What am I?
Do you think Karmelo is innocent? Do you feel like it's been an unfair response to what happened to Karmelo Anthony?
I feel that the justice system always over-respond when it comes to us. So definitely, I mean, you look at the charge. It was self-defense. He was wrestling with two guys. I don't know what the
wrestling with two guys. Oh hell, bro! Like I can't. Wrestling with two guys, bro. Wrestling. This man just said he was wrestling with two guys. This man just said he was wrestling with two guys, y'all.
He was wrestling with two guys. I don't know what the parameters of it, but it was two people. So, you know, 2 against 1, that's self-defense.
This get worse and worse. They know Karmelo did it. They don't think he's innocent. So Savannah Hernandez, and I ain't even gonna play this video because I don't want them saying nothing crazy. Savannah Hernandez said, one of the most shocking things I witnessed today was a woman in pink screaming, "You gonna end up like Metcalf. You gonna be pushing up daisies." This the woman. This is sickening. Reverend Jordan Wells posted, says, as a teacher of 10 years and a black Christian man, I'm removing all racial bias and calling it straight. He brought a weapon to school. That alone is automatic crime and grounds for explosion. Then he puts himself in the wrong place at the wrong time and chooses to stab another kid instead of walking away. This is an open and shut case without the politics and racial tension being forced into it. Everyone would see the facts clearly. Karmelo unalived that boy. And me personally, he's definitely right. And I definitely support everything that he just said. In that small paragraph, and the main thing that I see right there, this is an open and shut case. Just like that. Nothing else said. Truly support him with that.
Inside the
Check it out here.
Jurors heard more emotional testimony about what happened the day Austin Metcalf was killed. Yesterday, Metcalf's track coach, Rob Starr, took the stand, and he said each school's team tent is considered its own space at a track meet. It's a big deal for athletes from other schools to go into another team's tent, like a locker room. Today, one of Metcalf's teammates testifying several people told Karmelo Anthony, "You probably shouldn't be here. You need to leave our tent." Anthony was told to leave around 15 times. He says no one tried to gang up on Anthony, telling the jury they originally tried calmly to ask him to leave. He described the situation as, quote, minor pushing at most. But from there, things escalated. The teammates say Anthony and Metcalf were both angry. And that's when he says Anthony told Metcalf, with his hands in his backpack, "Touch me and find out." That teammate testified that Metcalf pushed Anthony and then Anthony stabbed him. He says he then heard Metcalf say, "Oh my God." Another teammate also took the stand. And when asked whether it looked like Metcalf was trying to pick a fight, he said no. When asked about the same situation, if Anthony was trying to pick a fight, he said yes. When asked if what he saw looked like self-defense, he answered, "No, sir." Jurors today also hearing from the officer who arrested Anthony. Frisco School Resource Officer Eduardo Cortez testified he radioed other officers telling them he had the alleged suspect in custody. That's when, according to Cortez, Anthony volunteered a statement telling him, "I'm not alleged. I did it. He put his hands on me. I told him not to." Cortez said he never asked Anthony what happened, but testified that Anthony continued speaking, at one point saying, "Is he going to be okay?" referring to Metcalf. The officer said Anthony was emotional at times, especially when he said, "He put his hands on me." Jurors also watched body cam footage from the moments after the stabbing. The video showed multiple people work to save Metcalf's life. Students could be heard crying out, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh." Austin's twin brother shouting, "That's my best friend, my brother." It's heartbreaking stuff, and it brought the courtroom to tears. The whole thing is horrific. It's tragic. And for the Metcalf family who talked to me about this.
One thing about it, and seeing, and I've told multiple people this. I truly told multiple people this. Me being real, me being honest, and just being 100. Because that's how I feel. Reading and seeing the report, and I told y'all when I read and seen the report that seeing on what, obviously seeing how many witnesses it would be, I knew this would happen. I knew they would get up there and tell and show them and let it be known of what's real. And that's exactly what a lot of and y'all seen. If 4 out of the 6 of them kids was black. We ain't trying to put race into it, but I'm telling y'all, it's the truth. Regardless of your color, they giving out the truth. That's what happened. So you have it right here, and this is what I wanted to show y'all. I couldn't wait to tell y'all. Savannah Hernandez posted and said, yesterday while watching jury selection, I noticed that Karmelo Anthony has since shaved his head, and his new haircut makes him even look younger. On top of that, his lawyer would be referring to him as Melo for the duration of this trial. Yesterday, a few jurors referenced that Karmelo's youthful looks as a reason as to why they can never give him life in jail. So basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to paint this whole picture of making Karmelo look so young. They're trying to make him look so young. So they'll try to convince, this is not, I'm telling y'all, it's not going to help his case whatsoever. Don't try to do that now. I'm telling you, they're trying to everything that they possibly can. Check it out right here.
Okay, y'all, so I just noticed this headline, baby-faced Karmelo Anthony heads to court to stand trial for murder. Now, one thing that I forgot to report to you guys yesterday, because I did get to go inside the courthouse and I was watching the live stream of the jury selection, is that Karmelo Anthony has since shaved his head, so he even looks younger than he does in this photo. On top of that, let's not forget that his lawyer is going to be referring to him for the duration of this trial as Melo, a nickname that his lawyer states his friends and family know him by. So not only has Karmelo drastically changed his appearance with that shaved head, again, making him look much younger, but his lawyer also going to be referring to him as Melo for the duration of this trial. By the way, you have the Karmelo supporters, which I'm sure you can hear behind me. They were just chanting that they love their black youth and they deserve protection too. I am live on the ground for opening arguments of the Karmelo Anthony trial.
Y'all got it right there. Like I said, this is something that's obviously not going to, like somebody said right here, it's not going to sway the jury. It's not at all. And I truly, I truly agree with what everybody is saying when it comes down to Karmelo being guilty within this, because the simple fact that the facts are there. You had a lot of witnesses say what's going on. And again, you got Judge John Roach. Me personally, I know that it's going to be fair. And I don't know. I know there's a lot of negative Nancy's out there. But me personally, I feel like it when it comes down to it. And I know that I hate saying that, when it comes down to justice, because it's sad. They lost a son. His twin lost a brother. They lost, a family member, a friend. It's sad. But at the same time, it just sucks saying that just because, he did that. Karmelo did that to him. And I don't know. It's just, it's sad. It's a sad situation. But prayers to his family. I pray that, things are done right. Like I keep telling people, regardless, those people that's, they're not going to do nothing. I don't feel like Karmelo's going to get in here. I don't feel like. Listen, God has that say. God has that say. I'm telling y'all. Regardless. God is the real judge. God sees all. And that's what people got to understand. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.